Okay, so this is where we left off with the categories. We're going to now do the listings area, similar to if we look at Airbnb. We have all these little the listings, got an image, the location, and the price. We're not going to do the date or the how far away it is, just for simplicity. So we'll make a listings card and we will do everything statically in this section. So I've made a content folder under the source folder called rentals, and I've created a markdown file which has a title, slug, location, price per night, maximum guests, bedrooms, bathrooms, category, room type, and the amenities, along with an image which is in the public images folder. I've got images, house, cabin, and a simple description in the end here. So what we're going to do, first off, we're going to make a component and we're going to make a listings card.astro, and what we will do is we will create the props. So first of all, let's do the props here. We've got interface, props, and what we're going to want is the image, which will be a string. We want the location, which will also be a string. To be honest, all of them will be strings. Location, string. Oh, actually the price will be a number. And the slug will be a string as well. So we'll hold those, and that's what we got here. And then we have div. And what we will do in this div, we will say an A with an href or / listings. Oops, make sure it's not capital, listings, / and then we will put, we'll put this in, we'll use these marks here, backticks. And we will say slug. Slug. So it's going to go to the listings, and then whatever the slug is, that's the location of the file. So then what we will do, we will say a div with the class of shadow -md. And we'll say we'll give it the image, and the alt will also be, we'll just use the slug for the alt. Oh, I forgot to add that, so we need to image, we need to make sure we can access these variables. Equals astro.props. There we go. Okay, so we've got the image, and then we've got the h1, which is gonna be just the location, and then we're gonna have a span with a price. So I'm gonna use euros. You can use whatever you want, and we're going to put price, and I'm going to put a class of font bold there, and we're going to put the shadow, I'm going to add a padding as well. Okay, so that's going to basically be our listing. So in order to make a listing, especially for it to correspond with this whatever's in the rentals, we're going to create a config.js file, and here we are going to use import glob, define collection. So we've got the rentals here, and what we'll do, we have the schema, so we've got title, location, price, maximum guests, bedrooms, bathrooms, category, room type, amenities, and the image. So we're making all of those, making sure that a rental contains all of these things, and then we export this collection to rentals. So now in our index file, what we can do, we can say get collection from astro.content. We can import the listing card, and and now what we're going to do is we're going to make a grid with columns of 1, maximum column, let's say 5, gap of 3, padding of 2, and margin of 2. And now we're going to loop through all the rentals. So the rental, remember we had slug, price, and image, and location. So that's what we're going to put in these brackets here, and save that. So now if we run the sorry, I've got a console log there, I don't need that anymore. Now if we run the npm run dev, we should see location and a price. And if we hover over, it will take us to rental cozy, which is the slug that we decided that we're going to use. So in order to actually make that work, we're going to create pages. Under pages, we're going to go for new folder, and we're going to say listings, and we're going to say bracket square brackets slug.astro, right? And in the slug.astro file, we are going to say we're going to import get collection, and we're also going to import render from Astro content, and we're going to import the default layout. Oops. And we are going to export async function. We're going to get the static paths. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to const rentals equals await get collection rentals. So we're going to get all the rentals there. Then we're going to return the rentals.map, and it's going to take a rental any, and we're going to loop through that so that we can get the slug. So we're going to go params. We're going to say params, and it's going to be slug rental.slug. Right? And then we also want the props to be the rental. Oh, we've forgotten an open and close the curly brace here. There we go. So that's everything. And next we want to make sure, once we've done all of that, let's deconstruct everything. So let's say const rental equals astro.props. And we also want the content, so we say const content equals, with the new content layer, render rental. And then we're gonna go const amenities, and we're gonna say that that is the rental.data.amenities. Sorry about that. And just taking a look at the markdown file again. See, the amenities as a list here. So I'm looping through this list and making sure we get that straight. So back into the slug. Okay, so now that we've got all of that, now let's actually make the page. So we'll start with default layout, but eventually we might change that to our a separate layout, one specifically for rentals. And what we'll do, we'll give this a div with a class of MX Auto and a max width of XL. And inside that we will create, we will put the H1, which will be the rental.data.title. And then we'll put the image, and that is rental.data.main image. Again, make sure that you... Okay, so then... And then put rental.slug as the alt for this image. And then what we want to do is we want to get the description that's in the markdown file. So we'll just put curly brace, we'll put content in less than content, and then slash greater than. And then we will, now we can loop through our details and the amenities and everything. So we can put so yeah, so we're basically going to loop through, going to get the location, we're going to do location, price per night, maximum guests, bedrooms, bathrooms, and category in one div, and then on the other div we're going to loop through the amenities. So I will, instead of you watching me do that, I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so we're going to change that to price underscore per underscore night, bedrooms, bathrooms, max underscore guests. Just double check that that's right. Bedrooms, bathrooms, oh yeah, and we still need category and room type, so we'll just copy that. And we'll say category and room type. So there we go. Room underscore type. All right. So after we've got the image, the content at one div here, and we're going to make another div, and this one is going to be the amenities. So first off, we're going to, and we are going to copy this class and put it on this H2 as well. Oops. Excellent. So now that we've got that done, we're going to do the same with the H1 at the top here. Excellent. So we've got this whole slug.astro file, and all it's doing is getting the title, the image, all the information that we have in our markdown file, plus this description at the end here. And we're looping through the list of the amenities. And that's it. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll go to our index, and if we take a look now, so now we've still got the same from earlier, but if we actually we actually click it now, it should take us to, I have one thing I've missed out. So if we look again, make sure that we've got the content. That's all correct. The config. We've got the amenities. Rentals. Okay. I've got the render is the issue. So await render. Make sure the render is coming from Astro content. And okay, let's see how this. Okay, the issue was here. I was not passing it as a prop. And let's take a look now and see. There we go. So now we have our listing. We can obviously make it a little bit more, style it a bit more, but that is essentially the listing. What we need is a little back to all apartments. So what we'll do here in the listings, after the title, we'll put an H3, and we'll say back to listings, and all it will do, it will be an A, and it will go to listings. Sorry, it won't go to listings, it will go to the home page. So if we look now, we'll say back to listings, and there we go. So here we're getting all the information from that markdown file, and now we can make some more markdown files, and I will show you what that will look like. Let's see. Okay. So there we go, and if we click on each of these, we have the listings, and what it offers, and the type of area it is. So as you can see, the more markdown files we make, the obviously you can update the markdown file as you wish. England, etc. So there we've made a listings page. So now we've made a listings page. And we've made little cards as well. So that the cards will be consistent, we will make sure, if we go back to our card component, listing card component, we will make sure that the class, the height is 48 and the width is full, and we will say that this is rounded as well. Let's take a look and see what that looks like now. So they're all the same size. Excellent. If we wanted the padding 4, okay. Excellent. So yeah, we'll leave it with the shadow. I think the shadow was nice. It was nice to have the shadow on there. And that is the listings. And right now, obviously, it's getting it from the... let's make sure that we've got a city.jpg. Okay, so in the cozy, we've got house city, house villa, house village. We're going to make another one. We're going to make rental winter.md. and we're going to say house underscore winter, and we're just going to say this is a house, we're going to say rental winter, and if we take a look at the image, we're going to say that this is in Switzerland, just randomly. Switzerland. In Switzerland. Okay, so that's that, and we take a look again. Wait for it to load. So we say Switzerland. So you notice that the image is not being shown here, and that is because we are, let's close all of these and make sure that the image is actually that. Okay. So now I should show it. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, everything is showing up exactly as we want it. Obviously, like I said, you can obviously make this a little bit more prettier, but that essentially is our listings. So if you would like to see it being pulled from something dynamic, maybe like Strappy or some kind of CMS, some other kind of CMS, Payload or any of those, you could use that to pull in the data yourself. But now what we're going to do in the next video, by request, we want to have a login page. So that's what we will do in the next video.